Welcome back to part 2 of this Warmachine Hordes Batrep featuring Trollbloods versus Mercenaries. We're on to Trollbloods turn 2. So I start off by leeching the Fury from the Warbeasts back to Madrick and then pay for the Surefoot upkeep on the Axer. Next up, the Creel Warriors are going to charge. They do still, I put the Swiftfoot Prayer so they get that extra 2 inches. Now only the one warrior is able to get close to the melee range of the Hellbeard, and he fails to hit. So next up, Fellcaller is going to move up, and same with Janessa, and she's going to put up her wall. Now we know the wall was too big, but it was the only thing we could find at the store. Now we found something a little bit better a little bit later on, but we do know it's too big. So next, the Impaler is going to run or walk up, and he put Far Strike, there we go, on him, and then he is also going to boost to hit. So he gets 3 dice on the hit onto the Mauler and gets a critical hit, so that's a slam, and he slams it back 6 inches, and he manages to hit both the Vanguard and Magnus, knocking everyone down. And so damage on the Mangler, he managed to do 5 points damage, and then against Magnus, manages 5 points of damage as well. And then lastly, the Vanguard only manages to take 1 point of damage. And now the other Impaler moves up, same with the Axer, and then Madrick's going to move up as well, hiding behind his Warbeasts, and that brings us to Mercenaries turn 2. So Ben starts by getting his focus for Magnus, and then giving up his movement, I believe, to shake the knockdown, and then he's spending his Fury to heal himself. Actually, no, he gave up his action, sorry, not his movement. So he moves him in behind. Now the Roshanette's going to target the Vanessa, and manages to do 7 points of damage, so all but one. There was a hit on that one. Now the Vanguard forfeits his action to remove Shaken, and then moves over, and then the Mangler does the same thing, forfeits his action so he can move. And now the Halberdiers charge in. Now I wasn't aware that even though with one of them was engaged, that the other guys could still charge. I was hoping I was going to tie them up. So the first two are going to do a combined melee attack, and with double ones they fail to hit. Now the next two are going to do a combined melee attack, and they wind up hitting this time and doing enough to kill him, make a tough roll for the troll, and he makes it. So he's just knocked down. Now the other guy attacks, and he fails to hit. The sixth guy attacks, he hits, and he manages to wound him. We'll just see if we can make the tough roll and fail that tough roll. So there's another Creel Warrior gone. And just do a quick field promotion since he took out the commander. And that brings us to the end of turn 2. So as you can see, everyone's sort of massing together. The Halberdiers seem to be clogging up the access to the bigger jacks. And my wall is giving a little bit of protection to the Warbeasts in behind. So click on the link to see part 3. And if you have any suggestions, rule corrections, things like that, feel free to comment below. And also let us know after seeing part 2. Now who do you think is going to win? Do you think this is a troll game, or is it too early to call it? And once again, we always ask, and I know you hear me say this every video, but if you like it, click on subscribe and like, because it does help us realize it, help us figure out if people want to see more of these. And to be honest, it helps promote the videos as well. So appreciate if you can do that. Also, I mentioned this before, in case you didn't hear it last time, there is going to be a Rules You Got Wrong video for this. So about a week after this first gets uploaded, that way we'll see all the mistakes that we've made. That way you're not make the same mistakes we do. So click on the link to see part 3, and we'll talk to you in a minute.